The title today is How Do You Know If You Are a Light Worker? And in a way, my first response to that would be you just know. You just know it. There's something in you that knows. However, because it has not been acknowledged or um, seen as something that's true and real and welcomed, we have started doubting it ourselves. And then we have moved away from it and tried to become something that would fit into this world. Or we have been hiding a lot, being hermits. That's been a big part of mine. Hiding, not being seen, kind of working behind the scenes, doing my work, blog posts, writing books, doing things out there too, but mostly staying safe. That is a big part of light worker. So how do you know if you are a light worker? And I'm sure that everybody has their own version of that. For me, it has been that I've never felt I fit in. And that's a big one for light workers. That's why we hide. It's like, I don't fit in here, get me out of here. This is a crazy place to be. And we withdraw into nature and retreats and spiritual events and things where it feels safer, right? There's many more things that I can say about it. Somehow inside of us, I should probably keep speaking from my own experience. Inside of me, I've always been waiting for something, and then I could do what I came here to do. There's been a kind of a funny waiting inside that I could never really explain. And yet there's been inspirations coming through all along. And another part of being a light worker is that we get a lot of downloads. We just know things. We see things or sense things that others don't. And of course, that's part of the reason that we have been dismissed as crazy or whatever, too much, too sensitive, all that stuff. Because we have been aware of something that many people, I don't want to say most people, but many people were not aware of, and they could not relate to that. So they just dismissed us. And of course, then we dismissed ourselves. There's also something we feel very connected to nature, to animals, to children. We don't fit into the corporate world for sure. But all along, we have been trying to fit in. We're very sensitive to many, many things. Some people are sensitive to light or to sound or to smells or just to people, allergic to people. Gosh, there's so many things that we have, but because it was not acknowledged in the world, we have simply kept suppressing it and hiding behind it. And it never really got a chance to come out, even to ourselves. We doubt ourselves like nobody's business because nobody acknowledged us for who we are as light beings. And please use your own word for light beings. It's just you're super sensitive to the energies that are not visible, but we're also super sensitive to the energies that are in the world, and it's like they're too much for us. So we easily get overwhelmed and we need to pull back. We are sensitive to a lot of foods. There's so much. I don't know if I want to write a whole list about it at some point. But today I want to just invite you to just think about if you sometimes wonder about, am I a light worker? You probably are. Even just having that question if you are a light worker, like I said right in the beginning, it's like you just know there's something in you that knows, but you don't know what it is. And if you're wondering if you are one, it's because there is something in you, but you don't know what it is. So, my invitation for a while now is to help light workers come back online and stop hiding. But if we want to come back online, we have to know that it is safe, right? You're not just going to go out there and say, hey, I'm a light worker, and there's no reason for you to do that anyway, because we kind of work in silence behind the scenes. We do our energy work, our healing work, our prayer work, and nobody really knows about it. But don't underestimate that you are probably making a huge impact on the energies just by doing that, or just by being that, because it is connecting to these energies. It's connecting to the field that Rumi talks about, the field beyond wrongdoing and right doing. That's what we are in tune with, where most people are in tune with the right and the wrong, the world of duality. But if you feel that you really would like to offer something more than you are or have been, but you don't know how or what, or you're doubting it, that anybody would even be interested. And how do I know all this? Because it's my own story. Then just start gentle. Start gentle. Maybe just write a blog post or write an article, and you may never show it to anybody, but just write it as if you are sharing it with other people, just to start breaking through that holding back part. And I'm telling you, this has been such a big part of my own journey as I have been coming out more and more. And the YouTube videos that I do has been a tremendous help, tremendous. Every time I share a YouTube video or record it, I know it's just coming. I'm not planning anything. Nothing is written down before. I get kind of a hint of a title or a subject. And then I just go with that, because I have learned to trust that it just comes out in the way that it is supposed to come out. But if I had not started this expression, then it would still be clogged up inside, and it doesn't feel good. So we all have to go through a phase which is scary, but we can do the scary part in a safe way, right? Like I did do a video a while ago, like for the YouTubes, it feels safe for me to do it because it's just me and my computer, and then I upload it. That's how it was in the beginning. It's different now, but the beginning phase was like that. It could also be like writing an article or or record something, and you don't need to show it to anybody. It's for you. It's for you to break through that energetic withholding, that fear, that contraction, so that little by little it starts opening and expanding. And then suddenly you might just find yourself even talking to somebody in the grocery store about something, and you may not even think about it, and they go like, oh, really? There's something you notice that lights up in others when you share something. It could just be a little story about yourself, how you maybe broke through some fear, like we're talking about, and just share that. That might spark something, and you'll notice that they are sparked because you're aware of these things. If you have the question, if you wonder if you are a light worker, you are. You are. And if you're listening to my channel, there's a very good chance you are. I know that I am now attracting more and more light workers because I have come out of hiding and I share about light workers. I share to light workers. I share about my own journey as a light worker. And we need to hear that. The reason we have been hiding and have been a hermit is because we were not heard and acknowledged. But now that we are beginning to be seen and heard and acknowledged and witnessed by others on the same frequency, you will start realizing that it is safe to do it in those environments. And personally, I think it's really important for us if we want to start embodying the fullness of who we are, the fullness of our light, that we start meeting with others and share it and then go like, oh, wow, I have that same experience. I have been holding myself back. You feel that too? I thought I was the only one. And things like that starts unfolding. And then you go, really? And then you share a little more and a little more. And suddenly you just feel like, my God, this is so true. How come that nobody wanted to hear that before? And how come I was so afraid to share it and even doubted it myself? Because once it becomes more and more embodied, and again, I'm talking about my own experience here, it's like there's a confidence that arises from that, and a joy and an aliveness that's like it wants to share itself. And I really enjoy it because I am so connected to it that it's not Pernilla sharing it. It is it sharing itself. And I'm not holding it back anymore. I'm not suppressing or contracting it. I'm just making myself available for that. And that is something we can all do. And just imagine if many of us do that, how much more light we are bringing into the world so that others can recognize it also, and then they can start shining their light. My friends, I think this is so important right now during these times that we are bringing our light to the world. There's so much darkness, and it doesn't look like it's going to be over tomorrow. But we are here for these times, and it is our time now to get together, to connect with others. If you have other light working friends who may be also not quite knowing it yet, but you recognize it because you can see they're hiding like you are, and they have that same soft, sensitive energy, whatever it is, you might just check it out. Why don't you say, hey, let's have a cup of tea, and then start sharing a little bit if you're ready for that, and just see if there's a conversation. And when it happens, it's super, super satisfying. It really is. And I know there is a deep, deep hunger for community, for meeting our tribe, to connect with our tribe, and to share and allow each other to come out more. So, as I've shared before, you're very welcome to join the monthly gathering that I offer online. I will put the link again in the direct or in the box below, and then you can just see if it's something that resonates with you. And the next one will be next month. It's the first Tuesday of the month. We had one yesterday. Was it just? Yeah, today is Wednesday. So it'll be a whole new month, but you can still connect with me. And if there is a bigger interest coming out of all of this, I will probably do more than once a month. But I want to first connect with you guys and really see if this is something that you want to. All right. Have a beautiful day filled with your own beautiful light.